Hello students, welcome to Online Maths Classroom. Today we are going to start with topic sequences and series. In this video we will learn about the introduction to the concept of sequences and series and solution of your basic exercise 9.1. So let us start with it. Now before starting your mathematical meaning of sequence, let's see that wherever in life sequences are required. Okay. Without arrangement, it is not possible to accomplish anything. So let us take two examples from your basketball sequence and long jump sequence. Now here, in this your first example, we see that a player is trying to put basketball into the basket. Now see the sequence of actions required. Okay, you have to just lower your body down. Okay, position the ball, then gradually lift the body in a particular direction. Okay, then hiring the ball, the position of the legs, what sequence is required to successfully make it possible to put the ball in the basket. Okay, similarly for a long jump, here also see how the player is accomplishing his long jump. He is lifting his body, see the position of his legs, see the position of his arms. Okay, and for getting higher, the position of arms is upward, and then he is lowering his body down, position of legs is there, lowering his hand, and then see how the action is accomplished. Okay, so everywhere sequence is there. A particular pattern, a particular arrangement is required to perform a particular action. Okay, now what is a sequence in mathematics? Sequence is a pattern of numbers that follow a mathematical rule. Very basic definition is that it is a pattern of numbers that follows a mathematical rule. Name of your topic here is sequences and series. Okay, so let us try and understand what is a sequence and what is a series. Okay, and what is the difference between these two. So a sequence is a list of numbers or objects in a special order. What is a sequence? It's a list of numbers or objects in a special order. For example, see this list of numbers 3, 5, 7, 9, and these three dots are for so on so. It is a sequence and it is starting at 3. See, the first number is 3. Now how will I get 5? By adding 2 to 3, and then 7 by adding 2 to 5, and like this. So it's a sequence starting at 3 and increasing by 2 each time. Okay. What is a series? When you add the values in a sequence together, that sum is called a series. See, this was the list of numbers. When you will put a sum of these elements, all these numbers, okay, we will get a series. For example, 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus so on so. So here there were no signs of summation, okay, or addition or anything else, but here in series all these terms or list of numbers are having a sign of addition. Okay, so this becomes a series. So sequence, we mean an arrangement of number in definite order according to some rule. Okay, and this sequence is as per, arrangement is made as per some rule. Also we define a sequence as a function whose domain is the set of natural numbers or some subsets of the type 1, 2, 3, so on so up to k. Okay, it's a function whose domain is the set of natural numbers or some subsets of the type 1, 2, 3, so on so up to k. See some examples of the sequence, like see this list of numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so on so. Okay, so you are getting that how you are getting the next number. 1 is the first number, plus 2 is 3, then plus 2 is 5, and so on so. Similarly, here for the second example, minus 8, 3, 14, and 25. Okay. So how the next number is obtained, it's very clear from here. In this example, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Okay. So how we are getting it? It is very clear to you. Okay. As it is 1 into 2 is 2. Okay. It's not all about your addition. Okay. Some pattern is followed. Okay. On the basis of that, you will get two type of sequences. Okay. That is your arithmetic one and geometric one. So here, as here 2 was added, here it is 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, 8 into 2 is 16, and like this only. Okay. Now sequences are of two types, finite sequence and infinite sequence. A finite sequence containing a finite number of terms is called a finite sequence. Okay. A sequence having finite countable number of terms is called a finite sequence. It has domain as 1, 2, 3, so on, so up to n for some natural number n. Okay. Domain is the set of values that you can have, and it's always a natural number. Okay. For example, like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So see, this list of numbers has finished up to 10. Okay. It is not carrying like so on, so means it is not endless. So such a sequence which have countable number of terms is called a finite sequence. And what is an infinite sequence? A sequence is infinite if it is not a finite sequence. Okay. And its domain is like, say here, the domain means the last number is also fixed. But here it is like 1, 2, 3, so on, so. Okay. Means end is not there. End point is not there. So where this definitely you are going to get the set of all natural numbers. And the example is like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on, so. Means the end is not known, means up to how many terms you can take it, so on, so it goes on like this. From this also you can understand the infinite and finite sequences better. A sequence can be infinite, that means it continues forever. For example, the sequence of multiples of 10. Okay, I told you this so on so symbol, they means that it is endless. Okay, like see here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and so on, so. Okay, so this is going to be an infinite sequence. We show this by adding 3 dots at the end. If a sequence has a fixed number of terms, it is called a finite sequence. For example, the sequence of 2-digit square numbers, as you make in probability also, for framing this your particular event, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, and 81, they are as countable, so they are in framing a finite sequence. Now what is a series? Let us try and understand the sum of the terms of a sequence. Okay, make it very clear. Sum of terms of a sequence. There will be a sequence and then the sum of its terms will frame a series. So if a sequence is finite, definitely its series is a finite one. And for infinite sequence, the series is an infinite series. So for this 2, 6, 10, 14 sequence, you know it's a finite one. So series will be 2 plus 6 plus 10 plus 14. Only plus sign, no other sign. For infinite sequence, half, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 16. This is an example with so on so. So infinite series will be like placing the plus sign between all these terms. Okay. And all of them are called the terms. These elements are called the terms of the sequence. A very special type of sequence is also there, and that is called as Fibonacci. Fibonacci sequence. Okay. So this is an Italian name of a scientist. Okay. What is this Fibonacci sequence? It's an arrangement of numbers such as 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, so on, so. Okay. We will try and understand what are this number of kind. Okay. Has no visible pattern. You cannot see from here any particular visible pattern. But the sequence is generated by the recurrence relation. Recurrence means repeated relation given by A1 is equal to A2. Okay. Means A1 means the first term is same as the second one is equal to your 1 times A3. Okay. That means addition of these both terms. And then next one is again the sum of next terms and so on, so. Okay, and there is a question number 14 in your exercise, in which this an is given as an minus 2 plus an minus 1 for n greater than 2. From there you can get this idea. This sequence is called a Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so this is the mathematical arrangement. You will come to know when we will solve question number 14. But let us start and understand what is this pattern like. Okay, so see this pattern. This will go on in this manner. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and so on. So you can see from here. Now how it is framed? How will you remember it? It's very simple. Add together to get the next number. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. Now to frame the next number 3, how will I go? The previous two, sum of previous two. 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay. For the next one, 2 plus 3 is 5. For the next one, 3 plus 5 is 8. So it's not difficult. It's easy. Okay. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. So on. It's not difficult. It's very easy. Okay. So Fibonacci sequences like this here. We will start with 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34. There is no need to remember them. Okay. You will be able to definitely frame this. And each number is the sum of the previous two numbers. Okay. As in the beginning we start with 0. So 0 plus 1 is your next is 1, because there is no previous number. Okay. In that way it is not mentioned here, but why the next will be 1? Because there was nothing with this one to be added up so that we get the next number. Okay, so for this convenience purpose, no need to mention it, but just to make clear why this third term is 1 and not anything else, as to add up in 1 there is no previous number. Okay, and it is taken as 0. So this is your Fibonacci sequence. Now what is the use of this Fibonacci sequence? See, there is this sunflower. You can see it here. Okay, or in other flowers also. This pattern is followed here in this structure. Okay, this structure follows Fibonacci sequence, and in nature also Fibonacci sequence is followed. Okay, so let us take few other examples. Like the Fibonacci numbers can be found in pineapples and bananas also. You can see these pineapples, these bananas. Bananas have 3 or 4, 5 flat sides. See the flat sides. You see the flat sides from where you peel the banana. Okay, 3 or 5. And pineapple scales have Fibonacci spirals in sets of 8, 13 and 21. Okay, these spirals, they are in the set of 8, 13 and 21. Okay. So, what is the basic meaning of sequence? You will start your definitions from here. Okay. By a sequence, we mean an arrangement of number in definite order according to some rule. Okay, arrangement of numbers in definite order according to some rule. Also, we define a sequence as a function whose domain is the set of natural numbers. Okay, means from where the set of values will come, they will come from the natural numbers itself, or some subsets of the type of 1, 2, 3, so on, so up to k, or its some of its subsets. A sequence containing a finite number of terms is called finite one, and of containing infinite number of terms is called a infinite or not finite sequence. Okay, and similarly, if A1, A2, A3 is a sequence, then what is the series? Series will be the sum expressed as A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus so on. So it is called a series. A series is called finite series if it has finite number of terms, otherwise it is infinite. Clear? So let us start with the very basic exercise of framing sequences. That is your exercise 9.1, and there are 14 questions. So let us start solving one by one. So in this first 6 questions, we have to write the first 5 terms of each of the sequences, okay, whose nth term is given as. These are the nth term, okay. N can be anything. It can be 15, it can be 16, means by just putting the value of n, and this value of n is a natural number, you can get the particular desired term. Okay. So question number 1 here is, write the first 5 terms of sequence whose nth term is an is equal to n times n plus 2. Okay. So we needed to find the first 5 terms. So from where do we need to start? From the first natural numbers. So what are the possible values of n which you will place? N will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 values. Okay. Start with the natural numbers for finding the first 5 terms. So the first 5 terms are denoted by A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. En is your this. So putting n is equal to 1 here, you will get 1 into 3, that is 3. 2, by putting 2 it is 2 into 2 plus 2, that is 2 4s are 8. For n equal to 3 you will get 50. For n is equal to 4 you will get 24. And for n is equal to 5 you will get 5 into 5 plus 2, that is 35. So what are the first 5 terms? They are 3, 8, 15, 24 and 35. Okay. Now question number 2 of your exercise is, write the first 5 terms of the sequence whose nth term is an is equal to n upon n plus 1. Okay. So what are the first 5 terms? A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. This is how we denote this first 5 terms. Okay. And this is your nth term or general term. So again what we need to do is, we need to put the values of n from 1 to 5. So A1 will be 1 upon 1 plus 1, that is 1 by 2. Again for A2 it is 2 upon 2 plus 1, that is 2 by 3. Similarly A3 is 3 by 4. A4 is 4 by 4 plus 1, that is 5. And for N5 it is 5 upon 5 plus 1, that is 6. So first 5 terms are 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4, 4 by 5 and 5 by 6. Clear? Number 3, first 5 terms of the sequence. Nth term is 2 raised to power n. So for 2 raised to power n, we start with putting n 1. So we get first term as 2. For n2, we get it as 2 square, that is 4. For n3, it is 2 cube, that is 8. For 4, it is 2 raised to power 4, that is 16. And for 5, it is 2 raised to power 5, that is 32. And we get the first 5 terms as 2, 4, 8, 16 and 32. Number 4. Now here, an is your 2n minus 3 upon 6. Again, you need to find the first 5 terms. Okay. So, an is equal to this. Put n is equal to 1. So, it will be 2 minus 3 upon 6. Minus 1 by 6. For A2, it is 1 by 6. Very simple. For A3, it turns out to be your 6 minus 3 upon 6, that is 3 by 6. And reduce it to proper form, that is 1 by 2. For N4, it is 8 minus 3 by 6, that is 5 by 6. And for N5, it is your 10 minus 3 by 6, that is 7 by 6. So these are the first 5 terms. Okay. First 5 terms obtained from here. A5. Now be careful here that an is like minus 1 raised to power n minus 1, 5 raised to power n plus 1. So wherever n is there, you have to put the values as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 as first 5 terms are required. So what will be A1 like? See from here, minus 1 raised to power 1 minus 1. Okay. And 5 raised to power 1 plus 1. So anything raised to power 0 is 1. Okay. No negative sign carrying forward. See clearly it is anything raised to power 0 is 1. And it is 5 square. That gives you 25. For A2, we get it as again minus 1 raised to power 2 minus 1. 5 raised to power 3. And it is minus 125. Please be careful with the signs. For 3, we are getting it as, by placing n as 3, we get the value as how much? 625. For N4, we get A4 as, put n as 4, we get minus 3125. And for N5, we get the value as minus 1 raised to power 5 minus 1, 5 raised to power 5 plus 1. And by solving it, we will get the value as 15,625. And these are the first 5 terms of this sequence. Okay, first 5 terms of this sequence. Question number 6. Question number 6 of your exercise, it says that you have to write the first 5 terms whose nth term is n times n square plus 5 by 4. Okay, so be careful. It is like n times n square plus 5 by 4. So again, and we'll take the values 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So start with 1. A1 is 1 into 1 square plus 5 by 4. Okay. So it is 1 plus 5 by 4, that is 6 by 4, and in reduced form it will become 3 by 2. Okay. For the second value, A2 will be, put n is equal to 2, and you can work it out from here. Be careful with this, that n will be placed here. Okay. 2 square. For this A3 it will be 3 square. For A4 it will be 4 square, as see, and n is here and here. So 4 times 4 square plus 5. Okay. Not in the power. And for n5 it is 5 into 5 square plus 5. Okay. See the pattern where the n value of n is to be placed. So A2 is 9 by 2, A3 is 21 by 2, A4 is 21, and A5 is your 75 by 2. And we get the first 5 terms as this. Okay. So it's very easy. Question number 7. Find the 17th and 24th term in the following sequence whose nth term is an is equal to 4n minus 3. Now you need your desired term. Okay. And you know it very well how to get it. Okay. An is your 4n minus 3. So for getting 17 term, what I need to put is, put the value of n as 17. So 4 into 17 minus 3, that will give you 65. Okay. And for 24 term, what will I need? Put n is equal to 24. So 4 into 24 minus 3 will give you 93. So we get the 17 term as 65 and 24 term as 93. In question number 8, find the 7th term for this nth term as n square by 2 raised to power n. Okay. So see, only one value is required. So I'll put n as 7. So what will it become? It will become as A7, and it is 7 square divided by 2 raised to power 7. Okay. So 7 into 7, and this is 2 multiplied 7 times, will give you 49 by 128. Question number 9 is, find the 9th term for the sequence an is equal to minus 1 raised to power n minus 1 n cube. So again, just carefully put the value of n as 9. Okay. And work it out. You will get the answer as 9 cube, that is 729. For number 10, 20th term for the nth term as n into n minus 2 by n plus 3. So put n as 20. So it will be 20 into 20 minus 2 divided by 20 plus 3. See from here. So it is 20 into 18 by 23, which becomes 360 upon 23, which is your desired 20th term. Number 11 says, write the first 5 terms of the following sequence and obtain the corresponding series. Okay. So see here, what is there in this question? A1 is your 3, means the first term is already given. And an is the nth term, that is 3a n minus 1. See, the base is here n minus 1 plus 2. Okay. So it is 3a n minus 1 plus 2. And you have to write the first 5 terms for all n greater than 1. Okay. Because the first term is given here. So what will be the possible values of n? It will be 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. Okay. But we need just the first 5 terms. Okay. First 5 terms. So first term is given. So we just need to put it till 5. So A1 is there. So I just need to calculate A2, A3, A4 and A5. So that will altogether make the 5 terms. Is it clear? So A1 here is 3. So an is your 3a n minus 1 plus 2. So we will start from A2. Okay. So put n is equal to 2. We get 3a 2 minus 1 plus 2. This becomes A1. Now see, A1 is already given with you, 3. So put the value of A1 and you will get 3 into 3 plus 2, that is 9 plus 2, that is 11. Clear? Now for getting n3, what will I do? Place here your value of n as 3. It will be 3a3 minus 1 plus 2, which will be 3a2. So a2 you have calculated it as 11. So it is 3 into 11 plus 2, that is 33 plus 2, that is 35. Similarly for n4 we get 107. For n5 we get 323, and the corresponding terms are 3, 11, 35, 107 and 323. And what is the corresponding? He has asked for series also. So series will be by placing the addition sign in between. So it will be like 3 plus 11 plus 35 plus 107 plus 323 plus so on so. Okay, as it continues. But you just needed first 5 terms, so we just calculated. But if it goes like this, as n is given greater than 1. Greater than 1 means any number, any natural number greater than 1. So series will be having C sign of so on so. Number 12. A1 is minus 1, an is an minus 1 upon n, and this you have to work out for n greater than equal to 2. Now a1 is given here minus 1. Okay, so again you need to calculate first 5 terms. So what are the possible values of n which are to be written? They are your you need to find a2, a3, a4 and a5. Okay, and you will start placing, and from 2 greater than equal to 2 means from 2. So a2, a3, a4, a5 are required. So see a2, it is a2 minus 1, that is a1 divided by 2. a1 is here, so minus half. Similarly for a3 you will get a2 by 3 and this value of a2 from here, and divided by 3 you will get as minus 1 by 6. Similarly for n4 you can calculate it as minus 1 by 24. For a5 it is minus 120. Okay, from every previous value can be used to find the next values. Okay, so first 5 terms of the sequence are these, and the corresponding series will be just by placing the addition sign. Okay, plus so on so. 13th one, again like here the 2 terms are given, a1 a2 both are 2, and an is like an minus 1 minus 1, and n is greater than 2. In previous question it was greater than equal to, here it is greater than. So a1 a2 are there. Okay, so we will start with 3. Okay, we will start with n as 3, and we need next 3 terms to make the total 5. So n will take values 3, 4 and 5. So let us see, n3 will give me a3 minus 1, that is a2 minus 1, and which is your 2 minus 1, that is 1. Similarly for n4 we will get 0. We can use the previous term for getting the next one. For n5 we get minus 1. So first 5 terms will be all together starting from here 2, 2, as a1, a2 are both 2, 1, 0 and minus 1. And the corresponding series is by just placing the addition sign in between. Okay, plus so on so. Question number 14. See this question number 14. The Fibonacci sequence is defined by 1 is equal to a1 equal to a2. That means both first and second terms are 1. And an is your an minus 1 plus an minus 2, n greater than 2. See, n is here at the base. Okay, you have to find an plus 1 upon an for n 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let us start framing the question, as you need to calculate a1, a2, a3, a4, a5 and a6. Okay, now see how it is decided. It is given a1 and a2 are 1. Okay, now for a3, a4, a5 and a6, what we need to do is we needed to calculate it from here. Okay, we will start with your values of a3, a4, a5 and a6 as it is for n greater than 2. So put n is equal to 3, the next natural number. So a3 will be like, from here it is 3 minus 1, that is a2, and it is 3 minus 2, that is a1. That is sum of a2 and a1, which is your 1 plus 1, that is 2. Clear? Similarly for n4, a4 is 4 minus 1, that is a3, and this is a2. So a3 is calculated from here, and your a1, a2 is already there. So a2 is 1, so it becomes 3. Similarly for n5, we get a5 as a4 plus a3. a4 is calculated and a3 is already calculated. These are the values. So it is 3 plus 2, 5. Similarly for n6, a6 is your a5 plus a4, that is 8. Okay. Now the values of a1, a2, a3, a4, a5 and a6 are there. Okay. And we will be needing them to calculate your the next an plus 1 upon an. See, I just needed to get the values for n1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. On the basis of it, I decided that what values of or which how many terms of a1, a2, a3, a4 are required. Okay, so I required all values from a1 to a6. See from here, when n is 1, it will become a2 by a1. So a2 and a1 are already given, so 1 by 1, that is 1. For n2, it will become a3 by a2. Okay, a3 is there and a2 is there, 2 by 1, that is 2. For n3, it is your a4 by a3. Okay, 3 plus 1, a3, a4 by a3. Okay, so a4 we also needed, so it's your a3 is there, 3 by 2. For n4, it is a5 by a4, that is a5 by a4, 5 by 3. And for n5, we needed a6 upon a5, that is 8 by 5. Okay, so on the basis of this requirement, I decided that what or how many values of this a1, a2, a3 are required. Okay, so for the placing the value of n as 5, last one, I calculated it from here that a6 upon a5 is my requirement. Okay, so I needed to calculate the values of this previous term where n greater than 2 condition was given from a1 to a6. All of them were needed. Okay, so with this we come to an end of your exercise 9.1. It was a very basic exercise. Okay, before closing this video, I would like you people to go through golden ratio. You should know what is a golden ratio. Okay, the concepts like Fibonacci sequence and golden ratio are needed to be known by you. Okay, no doubt no questions in the examination are from this golden ratio, but it's a very interesting concept. So what is the golden ratio? Throughout the history, the ratio for length to width of rectangles of this number 1.61803, like this, okay, has been considered the most pleasing to the eye. Okay, there is a ratio which is most pleasing to the eyes. Okay, this ratio was named as the golden ratio by the Greeks. Okay, and the numerical value, it is called, this numerical value we calculate, okay, for every number that is your denoted by phi, symbol phi. Okay, so that means whatever is beautiful, be it the painting of that Mona Lisa, okay, be the very beautiful architectural designs, okay, why they look pleasing? They look pleasing because they follow golden ratio. Okay, so I would like you to go through this video whose link is there. I've shared it. Okay, and I'll also share it in the description box. Please go through that. It's a very valuable thing to be known by students of non-medical. I hope you understood today's lesson. Thank you.